As we all wait with bated breath for Tyson Fury and Derek Chisora Part 3, we're going to keep hearing the same things. How it's not necessary, how it's a waste of a fight because we all know how long these fights take to set up. Is even Chisora right now in the top 20 heavyweights in the world? Frank Warren was quick to try and say, we're getting frustrated, all these interviews asking the same questions. He's like, will you check BoxRec? Derek Chisora is rated number 9. Look, BoxRec is a tremendous referencing tool and database, but its ranking system is completely buggered. They've got a weird scoring criteria. There is no way Derek Chisora is right now still in the top 10 heavyweights in the world. Not when you've got guys like Frank Sanchez, Zhilei Zhang, Filip Hrgovic. No way. He's very arguably not in the top 20. And so when the Gypsy King defeats him for a third time, having defeated him so easily in that second fight, which was that 2014? so we're talking pre-Fury Klitschko, so long ago. He will complete his second career trilogy in which he just wins all 6 fights. Totally pointless. Just unnecessary victory laps. As the fight draws nearer and people keep analysing stuff that really doesn't need analysing, perhaps they'll veer into madness and start talking about Derek Chisora's supposed chances here. Like, yeah, come on, Del Boy, you just gotta rev up those engines one last time. They're good for about 3 minutes these days, but who knows, maybe that'll be enough. Jokes aside, the real problem with Fury Chisora 3 isn't just the prospective mismatch. It isn't the fact we're being given a trilogy, which we don't need. And it's not the fact that Chisora may be out of the top 20 heavyweights right now. It's the fact that this is not only on pay-per-view, but it is in a big stadium. It has got the grandiose setting that says, world pay attention because this is significant. When you can sell that kind of lie, and the fight apparently sells out in a matter of moments. Probably ticket snipers, but you know that stadium's going to be full. That's a real problem. People these days, particularly casuals, they just care about familiarity. They've seen Chisora loads of times on YouTube, throwing a table, whatever it is. It keeps boxers relevant, irrespective of actual merit. You could have lost loads on the trot. You could be well out of any genuine title contention. But in Britain, it's just, hey, I know him. Oh, he's sound. He always brings a fight. Whoa, let's check out the fight. That totally casual mentality of just treating a fight in a sporting event like going to the movies without realizing the actual negative impacts of continuing to say yes to this. It's like, do you want to see the top fights? Well, then boycott this. You'd say completely no to it. You'd lock it down. And then they go, oh crap. Right, we're going to have to pull this. Because sometimes when it comes to setting up fights, like we had recently with, ultimate apologist Tony Bellew in regards to Fury AJ, they try and make it sound like it's impossible to make these big fights quickly. No, it's not. The smaller we make the window and go, either make this or we're not watching, they're going to jump. They're in a business. They're here to make money. Who knows? You'll probably say yes to Fury Chisora 4 in a few more months' time. You keep feeding the beast, it's going to keep serving up crap. Now, when the stadium era was ushered back in again in 2014, got to give a lot of thanks to Eddie Hearn, who's recently fallen on kind of hard times. It was because we had a genuinely compelling rivalry. Frochgroves 2, genuine 50-50 as they love to say, there was a bit of magic in the air. This idea that, if you're a top guy and you've got a belt, it doesn't matter who you fight, we've got to pay to see you. I completely reject that notion. There are very few event fighters in history. And by that, I mean events in themselves. Mike Tyson was the gold standard. It didn't matter who that guy fought. You loved to see the way he went about his work. Sure, 1 round KO, who cares? I've had people say to me, Mike Tyson was just the most exciting thing in sports, period. That is a hell of a compliment. I think Manny Pacquiao had a little bit of that about him, even though he tended to fight quality. Roy Jones Jr., he had a little bit of that. Tyson Fury, even though he's had some recent knockouts, is his kind of herky-jerky style actually that entertaining to watch, where you've got to pay for him, even if it's a mismatch? I don't think so. The genuine top 2 heavyweights of all time, Joe Louis and Muhammad Ali, they had quite a few throwaway fights against guys who didn't stand a chance, and it was really just a case of keeping warm. Yikes, look at some of the records of a few of Joe Louis's title defenses. They had no chance, and they got chewed up. But Joe was just keeping busy, active, until he inevitably had a significant fight again in 4 or 5 months' time. The real problem with Chisora Fury 3, we know, this is not going to be a quick little stepping stone to Usyk. They always try and punish your investment online and say, oh, we've already started talks with Usyk. No, we're going to get this fight, and we'll be lucky if we get the next Fury fight in 5 or 6 months' time. That's what happens when you make this big swollen event around what is actually a small fight. It's just wasting time, it's wasting energy, and none of the top heavyweights are young at all. If only the majority could hear me and shared my sentiments. Then we'll just go, look, boycott this event. No, see you later. Make one of the significant fights. We really don't have that much time left for the remaining window of when these fights will still be relevant. The likelihood is they will transpire, we will look back and go, you know what? I don't really know who was the best, because they didn't fight when they were at their best. But I suppose I should say that if you are going to be buying Fury Chisora 3, then good luck to you. Hopefully you'll enjoy it, and just maybe I'll switch to golf.